I want to talk to you today about the copyright review. We are in the process at present of looking at all of the copyright legislation that exists. We have, through Professor Owen O'Dell, devised a 170-page document which looks at the whole issue of copyright. When we signed the statutory instrument to amend the Copyright Act, we did not implement SOPA legislation. The purpose of implementing the copyright statutory instrument was to ensure that we were completely adherent to EU copyright law. A doubt arose about that law arising from the Charlton judgment. When we signed the statutory instrument, we ensured that we were restoring the law to a position which existed in 2000. It is not SOPA. I can absolutely clarify that. What we have done is merely allowed for the right for infringement proceedings where there is a perceived breach of copyright. It is fundamental that people understand that, because that right exists for all 27 EU member states as laid down in the EU Copyright Directive. But it is important to note that the consultation process is now live in relation to copyright law. We have a very open mind about that. We want as many people as possible to engage with that process. The document can be found on djei.ie, which is my own department's website, and we want as many people as possible to read that document. It is 170 pages long. We want to hear your views. We want everybody within the online community to engage with that process. The Irish Internet Association also has a parallel process which is moderated, which seeks responses to the 87 questions that we ask. It is an independent process, but what it will do is it will inform any possible changes to legislation so that we can continue to have a liberal regime in relation to copyright law, so that we can see if we can introduce a system to ensure that those people who are trying to innovate and create new companies within the online space have a facility to do so. And the 87 questions are worth looking at, because they will provide the basis on which, if necessary, the law can be changed. But the key point is that we must ensure that we can continue to make sure that laws are there to balance the right of copyright holders. So in other words, if somebody creates something, that they have the right to own that, they have the right to copyright, to intellectual property, but we must balance that right with the right of an individual to be able to express themselves freely, and for a company to be able to create and to innovate in an online space. The bottom line here is we want people to engage on the copyright consultation process. We look forward to people, everybody, every citizen, every entity coming in with their ideas as to where copyright law should go, and we really would value everybody's opinion in this regard.